Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Pradesh Jadhav and today we shall be taking a lesson on hypothermia, a medical condition which can often present as a medical emergency, but also it can accompany other medical conditions. So without wasting further time, let's get started. The etiology of hyperthermia. Exogenous heat exposure and endogenous heat production are the two mechanisms by which hyperthermia can result in dangerously high internal temperatures. Now let's look at a few conditions that can result in such situations. A heat stroke. A heat stroke is a thermoregulatory failure in the association with a warm environment. It can be characterized as an exertional or a non-exertional stroke. Exertional strokes are seen in exercising in high heat or humidity conditions, whereas non-exertional strokes are seen in young and elderly patients during heat waves. Drug-induced hypothermia. This is caused by the drugs such as monoamine oxidase inhibitors, MAO inhibitors, tricyclic antidepressants, amphetamines, cocaine and other illicit drugs. Malignant hyperthermia. Hyperthermic and systemic response. Example with muscle rigidity, rhabdomyolysis, cardiovascular instability in patients with a genetic abnormality like the succinylcholinesterase inhibitor can cause a rapid increase in the intracellular calcium, and it can cause in response to inhalational anesthetics or succinylcholine. This is rare, but the condition is often fatal to patients. Neuroleptic malignant syndrome. It is caused by the use of neuroleptic agents, example haloperidol, or by the withdrawal of dopaminergic drugs, and it is characterized by a lead pipe muscle rigidity and extrapyramidal side effects, autonomic dysregulation, and a characteristic hyperthermia. Serotonin syndrome. Serotonin syndrome is caused by the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, MAO inhibitors, and other serotonergic drugs. Serotonin syndrome can be distinguished clinically from neuroepileptic malignant syndrome by the presence of diarrhea, tremors, myoclonus, and rather than lead pipe rigidity. Let's look at the clinical features. It is characterized by a high core temperature in association with an appropriate history of heat exposure, certain drug treatments, and dry skin, hallucinations, delirium, pupillary dilatations, muscle rigidity, and or elevated levels of creatine phosphokinase. Now let's look at the diagnosis. It is very distinguished to differentiate fever from hyperthermia. The clinical history is often the most useful in this situation. Example, a history of heat exposure or treatment with drugs that can interfere with the thermoregulation. Hyperthermic patients have a hot and dry skin. Antipyretic agents do not lower the temperature in such patients. Febrile patients can also have a cold skin as a result of the peripheral vasoconstriction or a hot and moist skin as well. Antipyretic can sometimes lower the body temperature in such cases. Now the last part of this lecture, treatment. Physical cooling by external physical means like sponging, fans, cooling blankets, ice blankets, or internal cooling by gastric or peritoneal lavage with ice saline. In extreme cases, hemodialysis or cardiopulmonary bypass with cooling of blood may be necessary. IV fluids can be given when the patient is at a risk of dehydration. Pharmacological agents can be used if they are appropriate in a particular situations. For malignant hyperthermia, neuroepileptic malignant syndrome, and drug-induced hypothermia, they should be treated with dantrolene, a very useful drug given in a dose of 1 to 2.5 milligrams per kg body weight 4 times a day for at least 24 to 48 hours. Dantrolene may be also useful in serotonin syndrome and thyrotoxicosis. Neuroleptic malignant syndrome. It is also may be treated with bromocriptine, levodopa, amantadine, or nifedipine. And it can also be induction of muscle paralysis with curare and pancuronium can be useful in these patients. Tricyclic antidepressant overdose may be treated with physiostigmine. If you found this lecture to be informative, Please consider liking and sharing it with your friends and colleagues. And please subscribe to my channel to bring such videos in future. Thank you very much.